This origami piece is a tumble wing. This is the kind of thing where you hold it up really high and when you drop it, it spins around and like twirls. So to do this, we're going to start with a traditional origami square, bringing this corner down to here, lining up this edge with this edge. And we're going to cut off the extra. Okay, now we're going to need to make a crease going in the other direction. So we have one diagonal, we need two. So we're going to fold our corners together to make a crease going in the other direction. Okay, now we're going to rotate this so it is in a diamond position. And we're going to bring this top corner down to the middle. These instructions that I'm following here on my computer are the exact same ones that you have available to you in your Google Classroom assignment. Now I'm bringing the bottom corner up to the middle crease. Now I'm going to bring this top edge down to the middle crease as well. And the bottom crease, bottom edge up to the middle crease. Now I'm going to take this left side and fold it over to the right side. Okay, now we are going to bring this corner into the middle to make a triangle and this corner into the middle to make a triangle. Now these might be a little difficult because we're starting to get a lot of folds inside here. And the more folds we have inside a paper, the more difficult it is. So it's okay if these folds here aren't super precise and pretty. We're just making these creases right now as guidelines for later creases. So you just want to get the general folds done. Okay, now we're going to try and take these folds and get them tucked in on the inside. So we're going to open this back up. And what we're going to do now is we're going to recrease some of these folds in a different direction. So I'm going to turn it like this, so it's vertical. And I'm going to fold along this line. So I'm recreasing here. So that way this crease here turns into a valley fold. So the bottom is down like a valley. I'm going to do the same thing here. And if you're having trouble, remember, this is in the advanced origami folder. It is not something you have to do. It is an option. Now I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to crease it backwards. Right along the fold that we'd already made, we're just turning the fold inside out. Okay, now we're going to open it back up again. We want the center of this X here to be popped down, so we're just going to poke it until it is popped down. And these sides should be poking up where the center is poking down. So I'm going to take my thumbs and push the bottom of the paper so that way it's sitting on the table, not popping up, sitting on the table. Take my pointer fingers on these bottom triangles. I'm going to bring these in and down. Then I'm going to take this and smush it flat. And if this is not lining up, that's fine. Just turn it to the side where you want it and smush it to make it line up. Sometimes in origami, you just gotta make it do what you want it to do. Sometimes things aren't as precise and pretty as we want them to be, so you just gotta make it that way. So sometimes it's okay to be rough with origami. You don't want to be so rough that stuff tears, but it's okay to force the paper a little bit every now and then. Okay, now we're going to take this tippy tip tip and we are going to fold it down just a bitty bit. Not a specific amount. We're just folding it down a bit. Now, we're going to keep this folded and try and open up our paper at the same time. And you're going to see it's going to work and not going to work at the same time. So by keeping this folded, we're going to open this up. And you're going to see that these middle pieces don't want to lay down. That's fine. So I'm going to put this down on the table. And these are still not wanting to lay down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pointer fingers. And I'm going to try and work it in here. We're going to try and smush this. And as we smush this, you'll see it's going to start to fold. And we'll do the same thing to the other side, and you'll see it'll kind of look like a bow tie. I'm going to flip this around. I'm going to stick my pointer fingers inside here and then smush this down. And then this section right here kind of looks like a bow tie. And we are now basically done with our tumble wing. So what you do is you take this back here, and this is your handle. You hold this with 2 fingers, and you drop it from a really high distance. So like if you have a jungle gym near your house, you can go to the top of the jungle gym and drop this off the side. Or if you have like a 2-story house and you have a railing that you could reach over the side, safely reach over the side and drop this. No one start doing dangerous things from really high up. That is not okay. Also, something that my husband, Mr. Roth, figured out is that if you take one side and you bend it up just a little bit, it changes the direction of the airflow around it and makes it flip around in a little bit of a different way. All right, well, have fun, but safely. Safely have fun. Nobody start doing dangerous stuff. All right, have a blast.